Come one, come all, come hither and two. Bring us your secrets, your lies, your sins, and your truths. But most of all, ye lovers of words, bring us your pennies and pounds and tokens of worth. Cash only, no refunds.
So here's the bin stool. My name is Amber Sue. I am a writer and illustrator, visual artist based in London. This is the studio that I work out of, Courtyard Studio. And that's me in a nutshell. Grew up in California, but now I'm based here. Quite a bit.
Yeah.
I actually have had for a while because the typewriter actually belongs to my partner who's also a poet. He was originally a poet. He originally wanted to become a poet. So we talk about this a lot, like, poetry, like where does it live? Like how does it survive? Because he has written some poems for a lot of these poetry journals, and that's why, we sometimes talk about like, who's reading them, like, for whom do these poems exist? Because sometimes you do have these like kind of rarefied journals, and like it's like almost like they're not really like hugely like widely read. I feel like, it's like a lot of poetry journals they're for a very specific audience. I think I like the 1 Pound Poem poetry project because it's like for anybody really. It's not like you have to be this like diehard like poetry fan. It's that you could be like happening by and seeing like, oh my god, a person with a typewriter, and like, you know what, like maybe I do want a poem. And then it's like, I get people that just normally I think, aren't out there like buying these like poetry journals, and then suddenly they like want a poem, and it's like, and they're just like really thrilled and happy with it.
The avocado. Some people don't know the avocado is a fruit, nor do they know the fullness of its loop. But I know you dearly, my little fruit green, beyond the purple of your exterior and all that you may see.
Project, and it's cheap. No, it's really nice to see what he thinks and what he can make out of one subject. It's really nice to see, and it's really interesting because you only give him one word, and just exciting to see what happens.
I don't have much money, but I think it's a really nice memento, and it's interesting to see someone else's views on interpretation of a word.
Sometimes I wonder how long I am to wait. How long does it last for this tiny hook bait? How deep the weight wanders under the sea? This question asked and wonder the thing meant for me. I suppose it was a dream I once had, a wishing, a praise, a glimmer of hope. And now it drifts in uncharted seas, an infinite caring, wandering loop.
I feel like there really has to be a kind of like, energy like in the moment. It really works best when it's like there. Like it's different from getting a request over email and like, it's like, cause then it's like, oh, then I can plan it. It's like, then I've already thought about the topic. And I really like, it's just like, you're just there, you're in this like, little seat, someone comes and they like tell you a topic and literally right there, because there's a queue of people, like, so and you have to type it out like as quickly as you can. Like it's just whatever you're thinking at that moment or whatever comes out.
Absence. There has been some time once I felt your absence, heavy at hands like a firm curtain of your essence. I'd fling it off like an old coat and cloak, your absence, if it weren't for the way it clings to my skin, my breath, the taste of all of my senses.
One of the nicest requests that I did get was a woman who wanted a poem for her unborn daughter. She was pregnant at the time, and so she asked for a poem for Luna. So I wrote her a poem. And then actually the last DIY fair that I did, she came because she'd had her baby since. So she came actually to come and show me that, she had her baby. And she's like, I don't know if you remember. I was like, oh my God, of course I remember you, Luna. She's like, oh my gosh, you remember. She's like, I have your poem. I have it like framed. It's up, in his room. So that was so nice,
The whale. I once heard a whale sing deep in the sea. It came to ask, what of you? What of me? I said to the whale, how I wish I could swim to the depths of your heart beyond the shallows of whim.
So we'll hear a couple of zines, little poetry zines that I did make from the 1 Pound Poem project. They're all kind of like done in a quite quick, sketchy way, because I thought it'd be kind of fun to keep in that same vein of they're all topics that somebody like asked for, creativity, friendship, roses, daffodil, the whale, happiness, tea, lemons. Someone wanted a poem on the last seconds of life, which maybe that's my favorite one from the project.
The last seconds of life. Let them be calm, let them be free, let them be filled with joy, with tears, the sound of the sea. Let them dance in the air, swim on white clouds, bear with patience and grace the weight of their shrouds. But most of all, let them be loved, let them be unalone, let them find peace and silence, a place to call home. Let them be met with wonder, with thanks, without the slightest of strife, these last brief seconds of beautiful life.
I don't know, maybe to me that's what poetry is. I don't know, poetry is so many things, but like I guess one nice thing that it can be is sort of just a little collection of words, I guess, in a moment that sort of like connect people like us, and bring them together. So that was really nice.